Do you know Central Sulawesi in Indonesia? Before I tell you all about Central Sulawesi, don't forget to click subscribe to support me in my YouTube channel, Maulana Relaxing Official, and I will ask you around the world. Thank you. Central Sulawesi, Indonesian, Sulawesi Tengah, is a province of Indonesia located at the center of the island of Sulawesi. The administrative capital and largest city is located in Palu. Central Sulawesi has an area of 61,841.29 square kilometers, 23,877 square miles. Central Sulawesi is divided into 12 regencies, kabupaten, and one city, kota. These are Palu City, Banggai Regency, Banggai Islands Regency, Banggai Lot Regency, Bolo Regency, Donggala Regency, Merapi Regency, North Merapi Regency, Parigi Mautan Regency, Poso Regency, Sigi Regency, Tojo Una Regency, and Tili Regency. The indigenous population of Central Sulawesi consists of 15 ethnic or tribal groups, namely Kalian Donggala Regency, Parigi Mautan Regency, Sigi Regency and Palu City, Kulai and Sigi Regency, Lur and Poso Regency, Paimona and Poso Regency, Mori and Merapi Regency, Bungku and Merapi Regency, Salu and Orloinan and Banggai Regency, Balantok and Banggai Regency, Mamasa and Banggai Regency, Tan Banggai Regency, Baran Poso Regency and Tojo Una Regency, Banggai and Banggai Islands Regency and Banggai Lot Regency, Bol and Bol Regency, Tili and Tili Regency, Tammany and Parigi Mautan Regency, Dampal and Dampal, Tili Regency, Donto and Dondo, Tili Regency, Benda and Tili Regency, and Damplus and Donggala Regency. As in other places in Indonesia, Indonesian is the official language used in Central Sulawesi. Indonesian is used in interethnic communication as well as official documents released by the provincial government as well as road signs. The people of Central Sulawesi have around 22 languages that differ from one ethnic group to another, such as Kali, Paimona, Banggai, etc. All of these languages falls into the Austronesian people subgroup. Most of the inhabitants of Central Sulawesi embrace Islam. Recorded in the 2015 census, 76.37% of the population embraced Islam, 16.58% embraced Protestantism, 4.45% embraced Hinduism, Roman Catholicism as much as 1.85%, and Buddhism as much as 0.74%. Islam was spread in Central Sulawesi by Datuk Karama and Datuk Mangaji, scholars of West Sumatra, which was then forwarded by Al-Alam Al-Alama Al-Habib Sayyid Idris bin Salim Al-Jufri, a teacher at the Al-Khairad school and also proposed as a national hero. One of his grandchildren named Salim Shagaf Al-Jufri was a former Indonesian Minister of Social Affairs. Christianity was first spread in Poso district and the southern part of Donggala by Dutch missionaries such as Albertus Christian Krut. Although the majority of the people of Central Sulawesi are Muslim, the level of religious tolerance is very high and a strong spirit of mutual cooperation is part of people's lives. The typical Central Sulawesi cuisine has its own characteristics. Food in Central Sulawesi is known for its spicy taste and sour taste, because the most basic temperament is the result of a lot of nature around Central Sulawesi. The most commonly found fruit is mango. Even though the staple food is the same as most Indonesian people, namely rice, for complementary foods there are various kinds of tubers, papaya, mango, banana and guava. One of the most famous dish that is originated from Central Sulawesi is kalado, which originated from Donggala Regency. Kalado is a traditional cow's trotters soup served in spicy broth. This soup is often consumed with steamed rice or sweet potatoes, using the usual utensils that consist of spoon, fork, and occasionally knife, and also additionally using straw, used to sip out the marrow inside of the bones. The broth itself was often served with sliced lime, in order to give sour freshness in otherwise quite oily soup. Kapurung is a dish originated from Palu that is made from sago. The cooked sago is then doused with a yellow sauce made from fish broth, vegetables, mango slices, and shrimp meat. Milusiram, or also known as binti biayahuta, is corn soup with fish and shrimp which also originated from Palu. Lalampa is a typical Palu snack that is similar to lemper. However, the difference is the filling of these foods. Lalampa is usually filled with skipjack tuna. Other typical Palu snacks besides lalampa are labia dange or sago dange. This particular snack is made from sago cooked using a skillet and clay furnace. Usually eaten with processed brown sugar or with fish, this food has a savory and crunchy taste. The geographical location of central Sulawesi makes it has a variety of natural attractions, from sea tourism, river tourism, mountain tourism, forest tourism. Lake Poso is the third largest lake in Indonesia and has a length of about 32 kilometers and a width of 16 kilometers, with a depth of almost 195 meters. Lake Poso, whose water is very clear, is surrounded by hills and forests and is located in Poso Regency. On Lake Poso there is a stretch of white sand covering the banks of the lake, white sand which is commonly found on the beach. Lor Lindu National Park is located about 60 kilometers south of the city of Palu. The Lor Lindu National Park area is the largest native mammal habitat in Sulawesi. Anaa, babirusa, deer, spectral tarsier, Tonkean macaque, and the largest meat-eating animals in Sulawesi, Sulawesi palm civet live in this park. Lor Lindu National Park also has at least 5 types of squirrels and 31 of 38 species of mice, including endemic species. There are at least 55 types of bats and more than 230 species of birds, including the maleo, 2 species of Sulawesi hornbills. Thousands of insects can be seen around this park. Worth observing are striking colored butterflies that fly around the park as well as along the paths and streams. Megalithic statues that are hundreds or thousands of years old are scattered in the Lor Lindu National Park area such as Nipah Valley, Bizola and Bada. These statues are the best stone monuments among similar statues in Indonesia. Latungan Island is one of the main tourist attractions in Talatali Regency. The island has white sand beaches and marine parks with a variety of coral reefs and fish species. Apart from having a natural panorama, this island has historical value, because there is the tomb of the king of Talatali named Sifudin Bantil in this island. The Talatali community knows it as Tandokanal, Tanjunganal, because the island's peninsula was once filled with palm trees. There are various activities on Latungan Island, such as snorkeling, diving, swimming, also enjoying the sunset and sunrise. Aside from being a tourist destination, these tourists are often visited by tourists in search of blessings. By plugging in the coconut midrib and pulling it out. If the midrib is short, the request will not come true. The Sumbri Islands in the southeast of Merauke, central Sulawesi, are tourist attractions as well as conservation areas. Sumbri Island, which has an area of about 41,340 hectares, has a spot called Tebing Kayangan, which is a point to enjoy the natural panorama of the islands from a height, as well as cool photo spots. The view seen from the height of Tebing Kayangan is very similar to Raja Ampat in West Papua. Other activities that can be done are island hopping or exploring the island, snorkeling and diving, and also playing on the beach. Do you interesting to join journey here? Come on, welcome to Central Sulawesi and have a nice journey. Thank you.